Good morning, friends. This week we're talking about apples. And what letter does apple start with? A. A is for apple. Apple. So this week's book is called Bad Apple. So let's read about this book. Bad apple. Mac was a good apple. Look at him smiling. I'm a good apple. He shared his toys with other apples. He helped Granny Smith pick up after art class and loved to dive fearlessly into the watering hole. On a sunny day, Mac could bob for hours. He's having fun bobbing in that water. On cloudy days, Mac would search for the perfect pillow of green grass and take a long nap. Oh, napping is so nice. In his dreams, it was always sunny, but one day, as Mac lay sleeping, it began to rain. It's been raining a lot this week, hasn't it? Soon all the little creatures in the earth around him poked their heads out to look for higher ground. Some of them found safety under the large toadstools. Others crawled into stones and pebbles, but one small worm had another idea. Do you see these toadstools and these pebbles and rocks? These are where the bugs go to hide from the rain. When Mac woke up, he was covered in raindrops. You won't believe the dream I just had. A funny little worm was tickling me right here. Now look at those raindrops on his head. Have you ever had a raindrop on your head? Sometimes you can use an umbrella so your head doesn't get wet. And now I can't seem to get him out of your head. It was you, said Mac. And that's how Mac met Will. Will the worm. Will showed Mac how to fly a kite, how to fly himself, and play in the dirt. He loved making a mess. Sometimes it's fun to make a mess. Mac took his new friend to the watering hole to clean off. He couldn't remember a better day. Oh, what a great day with my new friend Will the worm. Until he took Will to the orchard. They're in an apple orchard where trees grow apples. Look at Mac. He's got worms. Mac's a rotten apple. I'm not a rotten apple. I'm quite sweet, actually. They were making fun of him. That's not nice. So Mac left. Will cheered Mac up by reading aloud from his favorite novels. He's a little bit of a bookworm. Another word for books is novels. Mac liked the adventure stories best. He also liked it when Will finished his sentences for him. The most exciting part is when the pirates find the treasure inside the dirt, said Will. But the next day, it happened again. Ew, worms, yuck, said all the other apples. And no one in the orchard would play with them, not even the crab apples. Crab apples can be so mean. That night, the two friends sat alone on the grass without saying a word. In the morning, Will was nowhere to be found. He left him a note right here. It says, "You are a good apple. Love, Will." Where did Will go? He left him a note, but he couldn't find him. Where did Will the worm go? And why did he leave? Mac went back to playing with his orchard friends, diving fearlessly into the watering hole and pointing in Granny Smith's class. He was painting in Granny Smith's class, but nothing was the same. Oh, he missed his friend Will. Where did Will go, and how can we find him? There was a hole in Mac that he couldn't fill. Not a big hole, just a teeny tiny little small hole, just big enough to fit his friend Will. And nobody finished his sentences. Mac the apple was sad. He missed his friend Will. Mac had to find Will. He searched low, he searched high, and in between. He searched in the dirt, around the watering hole, and just when he had given up all hope, he looked up in the sky. What do you think he saw? Wow, there was his friend Will. Hooray, he found Will again. He looks so happy. He is so glad he found his friend again. So they hugged and they were so happy. Mac knew he'd rather be a bad apple with Will than a sad apple without him. I was hoping I could help you turn the pages. How did you know? Said his friends. Because you will always be a good apple in my book. There's no such thing as a bad apple. Good and happy. And there's nothing bad about that. The end. So Mac was never a bad apple. He just had friends that told him that. But as long as you're good and happy, you are a good apple. So I hope y'all enjoyed the book.
Yeah,